Announcer bot is active. Philip from Belgium in Madgwick is P1. Who IB is second. Philip in Lavant is first. Who IB is second. Philip in Levant is P1. Who IB is first. Homba Bomba from Germany is third. Jasmine Kai is P3. Hamba Bamba is P3. Barsi from Romania in Madgwick is P5. Jazz Munkai is first. Potato in St. Mary's is P7. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Barsi is P4. Potato in Woodcote is P3. Philip is seventh. Barcine is ninth. Garfield is fourth. Huibi in Chicane is third.
Philip is P10.
Barcy in Levant Strait is seventh. Garfield in Lavant is P9. Huibi in Lavant Strait is P4. Best lap is a 1:33.004. Hamba Bamba from Germany is P2. Best lap is a 1:29.949. Biszkoptowiec from Poland is P10. Potato is first. Best lap is a 1:28.600. Huibi is P3. Best lap is a 1:31.760. Hamba Bamba is second. Huibi in Lavant is P3. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Nobody in Woodcote is ninth. Garfield is third. Best lap is a 1:30.994. Barcy in Madgwick is 10th. Philip is P8. Dot. Potato in Lavin Strait is first. Philip in Woodcote is P9. Potato in Madgwick is first. Hamba Bamba in Lavant is P2. Best lap is a 128.717. Garfield in Levant is fourth. Philip is 11th. Who I Be is 5th. Nobody is P7. Who I Be in Chicane is 5th. Philip in Fordwater is P13. Who I Be in Fordwater is P5. Philip in Lavant Strait is 11th. Mickey Wiki from Kenya is P12. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Biskoptoviets is third. Best lap is a 128.891. Who I Be is sixth. Halasek is 12th. Mickey Wiki is 14th. Philip is P5. Potato is first. Best lap is a 126.769. Philip in Fordwater is third. Best lap is a 128.792. Pete from England in Fordwater is 13th. Philip in Lavant Strait is P3. Pete in Lavant Strait is P13. Mickey Wiki in Levant is 6th. Best lap is a 129.874. Barcy is 10th. Best lap is a 133.273. Pete in Fordwater is P15. Mickey Wiki is P6. Halasek in Lavant Strait is P7. Best lap is a 131.522. Philip in Woodcote is P2. Minutes remaining in the session. Mickey Wiki in Woodcote is P7. Potato is first. Best lap is a 126.308. Halasek is 9th. Mr. Ralphman from England is P15. Luby from France is 18th. Mr. Ralphman is 16th. Michals from Czech Republic is P19. Huibi in Madgwick is 7th. Best lap is a 129.404. Nobody in Levant is P13. Best lap is a 134.500. Barcy in St. Mary's is 13th. Mr. Ralph Mann in Fordwater is P12. Best lap is a 133.265. Mickey Wiki is P9. Best lap is a 129.756. Barcy is 13th. Philip in Levant is P2. Best lap is a 127.507. Halasek in Fordwater is 8th. Best lap is a 129.437. Chicago 17 is 19th. Pete in Madgwick is 3rd. Best lap is a 128.489 point. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Decago 17 is P20. Mickey Wiki in St. Mary's is 9th. Potato in Levant is 1st. Philip in Chicane is P2. Luby in Woodcote is 18th. Decago 17 is 18th. Michael's is 20th. Decago 17 in Lavant Strait is P18. Potato is P1. Mr. Ralphman is P16. Best lap is a 132.373. Garfield in Levant is 6th. Best lap is a 128.762. Luby in Fordwater is 2nd. Best lap is a 126.612. Theraxo from Spain in Fordwater is P19. Michael's in St. Mary's is P20. Luby in Woodcote is 2nd. Nobody is P15. Best lap is a 132.292. Philip is 3rd. Best lap is a 126.878. Michael's is 19th. Huai is P9. Mr. Ralphman from England in Fordwater is P13. Best lap is a 130.525. Huai in Levant is 9th. Mr. Ralphman in Lavant Strait is 13th. Huai is 9th. 4R1TZ0GV from Ireland in Levant is P14. Best lap is a 130.843. Tharaxo in St. Mary's is 20th. Who in Levant is P8. Best lap is a 128.887. The qualification session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the west-southwest. Philip from Belgium is 5th. Potato in Fordwater is 3rd. Pete from England in Madgwick is 12th. Biszkopowiec from Poland in Fordwater is 14th. Pete is P13. Philip is 4th. Michals from Czech Republic is 18th. Michaels is up 10.18 in St. Mary's. Michals is up 10.45 in Lavant Strait. Philip is P6. Barcy from Romania is P4. Benja Banana from Sweden in Fordwater is 18th up, 2300. Benja Banana is up 14.45 in Levant. Benja Banana is up 15.16 in Woodcote. "25 minutes remaining in the session." 4R1TZ0GV from Ireland is P11. Pete from England is 4th. Pete is provisional pole with a 127.986. Nobody in Levant is 16th up, 24.05. Nobody is up, 21.75 in Woodcote. Hamba Bamba from Germany in Chicane is 6th. Hamba Bamba is provisional pole with a 127.676. Luby from France in Woodcote is 5th up, 0.75. Luby is provisional pole with a 126.658. Tharaxo from Spain in Woodcote is 18th up, 0.20. Nobody is P13 up, 2.81. Nobody improved is 12th with a 131.125. 4.839 off pole. Who IB is P17. "4R1TZOGV in Chicane is 8th. Garfield is P9 up, 0.44. Luby is P2. Luby is provisional pole with a 126.418. Garfield in Lavant Strait is 9th up 0.48. Mr. Ralphman from England is 18th. Biskoptoviec in Kai Kane is 19th. Benja Banana in Chicane is P15. Benja Banana improved is 8th with a 128.485, 2.199 off pole. Garfield is 12th up 0.68. "20 minutes remaining in the session." Garfield is up 0.97 in Woodcote. Garfield improved is P12 with a 129.682, 3.396 off pole. Biskoptoviec is 8th. Biskoptoviec improved is 7th with a 127.948, 1.662 off pole. Pete in Chicane is 6th. Pete improved is P5 with a 127.581, 1.295 off pole. Potato in Levant is 3rd up 0.13. Potato is provisional pole with a 126.205. Biskoptoviec is P8. Lakis from Latvia in Woodcote is P22, up 1.38. Nobody in Woodcote is 17th up 0.29. 4R1TZ0GV in Woodcote is 13th up 0.13. Garfield in Levant is 14th up 0.16. Barcy in Fordwater is 15th up 0.33. Humbabamba in Woodcote is P8 up 0.17. Lasses in Lavant Strait is P18 up 119. Lasses improved is 14th with a 129.549, 0.3.344 off pole. Nobody in Woodcote is P18 up 0.88. Nobody improved is P16 with a 129.961. 3.756 off pole. Mr. Ralphman is 23rd up, 17.46. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Halasek in Lavant Strait is 12th up, 0.44. Nobody is P16 up 1.59. Nobody improved is 13th with a 129.135, 2.930 off pole. Thoraxo in Woodcote is 4th, up 0.38. The Raxo is provisional pole with a 126.161. Halasek in Lavant is P12 up 0.25. Bishkoptoviets is P7. Nobody is P13. Nobody improved is P13 with a 128.743, 2.582 off pole. Garfield is 16th up 0.55. Garfield is up 0.23 in Woodcote. Barcy is P17 up 0.44. Four R1 TZOGV in Levant is 14th up 0.41. Best lap is a 129.197, 3.036 off pole. For R1 T0 GV is up 0.77 in Woodcote. Nicholls in Woodcote is 5th up 0.20. Potato in Madgwick is P2. For R1 T0 GV in Madgwick is 14th. Mr. Ralphman in St. Mary's is P18 up 0.11. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Mr. Ralphman is up 0.23 in Woodcote. Halasek in Woodcote is P12 up 0.86. Philip is 3rd. Philip is provisional pole with a 126.063. Nikki Wiki from Kenya is P20, up 0.84. Garfield is 16th up 0.28. Garfield improved is P15 with a 1.29.272, 3.209 off pole. Mr. Ralphman in Chicane is 18th. 4R1 TZ0GV is 14th up 0.38. For R1 TZ0GV improved is P12 with a 128.602, 2.539 off pole. Nicholls is 5th. For R1 T0GV in Fordwater is P12 up 0.29. Nobody in Fordwater is P14 up 0.14. Nobody is up 0.25 in Levant. HEX from Latvia is 10th up 0.21. 101 from Italy is P25, up 16.62. Nobody is P.14. Nobody improved is 13th with a 128.622. 2.559 off pole. 101 is 24th. Barcy is P18 up 1.00. Five minutes remaining in the session. Barcy improved is P15 with a 128.837, 2.774 off pole. Lizard 42K from Italy in Levant Strait is P25, up 12.96. Tharaxo in Woodcote is second up 0.29. Tharaxo is provisional pole with a 125.588. 4R1TZ0GV from Ireland in St. Mary's is P12, up 0.31. R1TZOGV is up 0.29 in Woodcote. Mickey Wiki is 20th. Mickey Wiki improved is 20th with a 131.514, 5.926 off pole. Lizard 42K is P22. Lizard 42K improved is P22 with a 144.069, 18.481 off pole. Mickey Wiki is P20 up 290. Mickey Wiki is up 3.17 in Woodcote. Mickey Wiki, improved, is P19 with a 129.602, 4.014 off pole. 101 in St. Mary's is 21st up, 0.11. Bar C is P15, up 0.16. Lizard 42K in Madgwick is P22. Lizard 42K is up 2.39 in St. Mary's. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Lizard 42K is up 3.98 in Lavant Strait. Garfield and Woodcote is 17th, up 0.49. Garfield improved is 12th with a 128.528, 2.940 off pole. 101 is P21. 101 improved is 21st with a 133.050, 7.462 off pole. Mitchell's in LAVAT is 5th up, 0.26. Nichols is up 0.08 in Woodcote. Hex in Woodcote is 10th. The race session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. The wind speed is 6 km/h from the east-northeast. Thoraxo is P1. Philip from Belgium is third. Michals from Czech Republic is P4. Luby from France is P5. Hamba Bamba from Germany is 6th. Pete from England is P7. Biskoptowiec from Poland is 8th. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Potato is P1. Luby in Madgwick is P5. Michals is P4. Hamba Boomba exiting pits. Philip is second. Thoraxo from Spain is P2. Thoraxo is now third. Thoraxo is now third. Luby is fifth. Luby passed Huibi for P4. Thoraxo is P3. Luby in chicane is P4. Thoraxo on lap 2 is second, 0.7 behind Michaels. Nobody in Madgwick is sixth, 0.2 ahead of Philip. Nobody lost sixth to Philip. Thoraxo in St. Mary's is second, 0.6 behind Michals. Luby is fourth, 0.7 behind Biskoptowiec. Philip from Belgium in Levant is P6, 0.5 behind Barcy. Jazz Monkai in Levant Strait is 9th, 0.6 behind Nobody. Luby on lap 2 is 4th, 0.7 behind Biskoptowiec. Philip is 6th, 0.7 behind Barcy. Jasmine Kai in Madgwick is P8, 0.1 ahead of Nobody. Philip in Fordwater is 5th, 0.2 behind Barcy. R1 TZ OGV from Ireland is P9, 0.2 behind Jasmine Kai. 4R1 TZ OGV was 1.2 faster last lap. Barcy from Romania in Levant is 5th, 0.5 behind Philip. Hambabamba entering the pits is P1. Barcy is now P6. Hex is 10th. R1TZ0GV in Levant Strait is 15th, 0.2 behind Jasmonkai. Hex from Latvia on lap 3 is P9, 0.8 behind Pete. Hex is now P8. 4R1TZZOGV is P14, 0.8 behind Jasmonkai. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Jasmonkai in Madgwick is 13th, 0.8 behind Huib. Jasmonkai passed Huib for P12. Barcy is P5. Barcy is now P6. Hex from Latvia in Lavant is P7, 0.6 behind Barcy. Jasmonkai in Levant is 11th, 0.7 behind Lasses. Lasses was 11.0 faster last lap. Hex in Woodcote is 7th. R1TZ0GV in Woodcote is 13th, 0.3 behind Mr. Ralphman. Philip is P4, 0.7 behind Bishkop Toviaks. Philip was 0.7 faster last lap. Barcy is P8, 0.7 behind Hex. Huib is 14th, 4.6 ahead of Halasek. Huib lost 14th to Halasek. Barcy from Romania in Levant is 8th, 0.4 behind Hex. Luby in Lavin Strait is P9, 0.5 behind Barcy. Barcy in Woodcote on lap 5 is 8th, 0.4 ahead of Luby. Luby was 6.1 faster last lap. Luby in Chicane is P9, 0.5 behind Barcy. Luby was 6.1 faster last lap. Mickey Wiki from Kenya is 18th, 0.6 behind Huib. Hex is 9th, 0.2 behind Barcy. Philip on lap 6 is 4th, 0.7 behind Bishkop Toviaks. Mr. Ralphman from England is P12, 0.8 behind 4R1T0GV. 4R1T0GV was 0.8 faster last lap. Philip in Woodcote is P4, 0.6 behind Bishkop Toviaks. R1T0GV from Ireland in Levant Strait is P11, 0.8 behind Lockhees. Hex is P9, 0.7 behind Barcy. Hex was 1.0 faster last lap. Jazz Monkai is 15th, 0.3 behind Garfield. Nobody in Chicane is P16, 0.8 behind Jasmine Kai. Nobody passed Garfield for 14th. Hex is P9, 0.7 behind Barcy. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Hex passed Barcy for 8th. Philip is P4. Garfield in St. Mary's is 13th, 0.2 ahead of 4R1TZ0GV. Mickey Wiki on lap 7 is 14th, 0.1 ahead of 4R1T0GV. Mickey Wiki lost 14th to 4R1TZ0GV. 4R1TZ0GV is 14th, 0.1 ahead of Mickey Wiki. Mickey Wiki in Woodcote is 14th, 0.3 ahead of Mr. Ralphman. Mr. Ralphman is 15th, 0.1 behind Mickey Wiki. Mr. Ralphman was 0.7 faster last lap. Mr. Ralphman is now P16. Jasmine Kai is 17th, 0.8 behind Mr. Ralphman. Jasmine Kai passed Mr. Ralphman for 16th. Potato in Chicane is 5th, 0.7 behind Pete. Pete from England is 5th, 0.2 behind Potato. Potato was 1.5 faster last lap. Mr. Ralphman on lap 8 is 17th, 0.7 behind Jasmine Kai. Jasmine Kai was 4.3 faster last lap. The Raxo in Levant is P2, 0.6 behind Michaels. Mr. Ralphman in Chicane is P17, 0.6 behind Jasmine Kai. Theraxo in Woodcote is 2nd, 0.6 behind My Cows. Theraxo was 0.9 faster last lap. Garfield in Fordwater is P14. Best lap is a 129.757, 0.4.196 off the fastest lap. Theraxo in Magicwick is 2nd, 0.6 behind Michaels. Halasek in Lavin Strait is 11th, 0.5 behind Lakiz. The Raxo in St. Mary's is 2nd, 0.4 behind Nichols. Nobody in Woodcote is P13, 0.4 behind 4R1TZ0GV. Garfield is P.14, 0.7 behind Nobody. Veraxo in Woodcote is P2.1 behind Michaels. Nobody in Fordwater is P13, 0.8 behind 4R1 TZOGV. Theraxo in Madgwick is second, 0.1 behind Michaels. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Mr. Ralphman is P16, 0.3 behind Jasmonkey. Theraxo is second, 0.1 behind Mickles. Mr. Ralphman is 16th, 0.4 behind Jazz Monkai. Mr. Ralphman was 1.3 faster last lap. Jazz Monkai in Chicane is P16, 0.3 behind Mr. Ralphman. Michaels in Chicane is second, 0.6 behind Theraxo. Jazz Monkai is P-16.6 behind Mr. Ralphman. Philip in Madgwick is third, 0.8 behind Michaels. Jasmine Kai on lap 11 is P16, 0.5 behind Mr. Ralphman. Philip is P3, 0.3 behind Michels. For R1 TZ0GV is P12, 0.7 behind Halasek. 4R1 TZ0GV was 1.4 faster last lap. 4R1 TZ0GV passed Halasek for P11. Philip is P3. Nobody is P13, 0.9 behind Halasek. Jasmonkai in Fordwater is P15, 0.9 behind Mr. Ralphman. Nobody in Levant is 13th, 0.8 behind Halasek. Jazz Monkai in Lavant Strait is P15, 0.4 behind Mr. Ralphman. Luby is 7th, 1.1 behind Bishop Toviets. Jasmonkai is P15, 0.9 behind Mr. Ralphman. Luby in Lavat Strait is 7th, 0.5 behind Bishkoptoviec. Luby was 3.3 faster last lap. Lizard 42K entering the pits is 19th. Mr. Ralphman is P-15, 0.3 behind Jasmonkai. Luby is 7th, 0.3 behind Bishkoptoviec. Mickey Wiki in Levant is 15th, 0.8 behind Mr. Ralphman. Mickey Wiki was 0.6 faster last lap. The leader has just finished the race. Theraxo finished P1. (101) finished P19. Garfield finished P17. Nichols finished P2. Philip finished 3rd. Potato finished P4. Pete finished 5th. Huib finished 18th. Bishkoptoviec finished P6. Luby finished P7. Hex finished 8th. Barcy finished P9. Lasses finished P10. 4R1TZ 0GV finished P11. Nobody finished P12. Halasek finished P13. Mickey Wiki finished 14th. Mr. Ralphman finished 15th. Jasmonkai finished P16. The race session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the south. Garfield is first. 101 from Italy is second. Who IB is P3. Mr. Ralphman from England is P-4. Jazz Monkai is P5. Nobody is P6. Nikki Wiki from Kenya is P7. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Halasek is 8th. Race start. Garfield is 2nd. Who IB in Madgwick is 2nd. Mr. Ralphman is PP3. Who IB is 2nd. Mr. Ralphman is P3. Who IB is 2nd. Mr. Ralphman in Lavant Strait is 4th. Who IB is 2nd. Who IB is now 6th. Potato is 6th. Latzes from Latvia on lap 2 is P10, 0.1 ahead of Halasek. Philip from Belgium in Fordwater is P4, 0.5 behind Mr. Ralphman. Luby entering the pits is 19th. Potato in St. Mary's is P6, 0.4 behind Mickles. Michals from Czech Republic in Lavant is 5th, 0.6 ahead of Potato. Potato in Lavant Strait is 6th. Best lap is a 141.439, 5.999 off the fastest lap. Luby exiting pits. Garfield is first. Philip is P3, 0.8 behind HEX. Philip was 1.1 faster last lap. Mr. Ralphman in Madgwick is P5, 0.5 behind Michals. Philip from Belgium in Fordwater is P4, 0.2 behind Mickles. Hex from Latvia in St. Mary's is 2nd, 0.5 behind Garfield. Philip in Lavant is 4th, 0.5 behind Michals. Mr. Ralphman in Levant Strait is 6th, 0.3 behind Potato. Mr. Ralphman is now P4. Potato is 3rd, 0.3 behind Philip. Philip was 0.9 faster last lap. Heps in Woodcote is P9. Michaels is P2, 0.2 ahead of Potato. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Potato is 3rd, 0.3 behind Mickles. Potato was 0.5 faster last lap. Philip on lap 4 is P2, battling Potato. Philip lost 2nd to Potato. Potato in Levant is 2nd, 0.3 ahead of Philip. Philip is P3, 0.2 behind Potato. Potato is P-2, 0.4 behind Mitchells. Philip is 3rd, 0.7 behind Potato. Potato is P2, 0.3 behind Meekles. Philip in Fordwater on lap 5 is P3.6 behind Potato. Potato in St. Mary's is 2nd, 0.3 behind Michaels. Philip in Levant is 3rd, 0.8 behind Potato. Nobody in St. Mary's is P10, 0.4 behind Jasmine Kai. Philip in Woodcote is 3rd, 0.5 behind Potato. "4R1T0GV from Ireland in Levant Strait is 12th, 0.1 behind Hex. Philip in Madgwick on lap 6 is 3rd, 0.4 behind Potato. Pete from England is P-8. Philip is 3rd, 0.2 behind Potato. Barcy from Romania in Fordwater is P7, 0.2 ahead of Pete. Barcy was 2.9 faster last lap. Philip in Levant Strait is 3rd, 0.5 behind Potato. Jazz Monkai is P8, 0.6 behind Pete. X is P11, 0.4 behind 4R1TZ0GV. Garfield in Woodcote is 13th, 0.9 behind Halasek. Pete is P6, 0.3 behind Barcy. R1TZOGV in Madglick is P10, 0.5 behind Mr. Ralphman. 4R1TZOGV was 20.4 faster last lap. 4R1TZ0GV is now P9. Pete is 6th. 10 minutes remaining in the session.
Pete is now P5.
Jasmine Kai is P6. Halasek in Levant is P11, 0.5 behind Garfield. Potato is P3, 0.8 behind Philip. Halasek in Woodcote is P11, 0.3 behind Garfield. Lasses in Chicane is P12, 0.7 behind 4R1TZ0GV. Lasses is now P11. Potato is 3rd, 0.3 behind Philip. Halasek in Fordwater is 10th, 0.7 behind 4R1T0GV. Potato in Woodcote on lap 8 is P3, 0.1 behind Philip. Potato passed Philip for 2nd. Philip is 3rd, 0.6 behind Potato. Halasek in Levant Strait is P10, 0.6 behind 4R1T0GV. Philip in Fordwater is P3, 0.5 behind Potato. Potato was 1.3 faster last lap. 4R1TZT0GV is 9th, 0.4 behind Nobody. Nobody was 0.9 faster last lap. Philip in Levant is P3, 0.8 behind Potato. R1TZ OGV in Fordwater is 9th, 0.6 behind Nobody. Philip in Woodcote is P3, 0.6 behind Potato. Garfield in St. Mary's is P11, 0.3 ahead of Barcy. Barcy was 3.2 faster last lap. Garfield lost P11 to Barcy. Garfield lost 12th to Mr. Ralphman. Garfield lost P14 to Mickey Wicky. Halasek is 10th. Garfield in Lavant Strait is P15, 0.5 behind Mickey Wicky. Halasek on lap 9 is P10, 0.4 behind 4R1TZ OGV. Garfield is 15th, 0.2 behind Mickey Wicky. Mickey Wicky was 3.4 faster last lap. Halasek in Fordwater is 10th, 0.2 behind 4R1TZ0GV. Philip on lap 10 is P3, 1.5 behind Potato. Five minutes remaining in the session. Pete is 5th. Philip in St. Mary's is P3, 1.5 behind Potato. Lasses in Chicane on lap 10 is P13. Garfield is 15th, 1.4 behind Mickey Wicky. Philip is 3rd, 1.1 behind Potato. Garfield in Fordwater is 15th, 0.6 behind Mickey Wicky. Mr. Ralphman in Lavant Strait is 12th, 0.7 behind Barcy. Garfield is 15th, 0.3 behind Mickey Wicky. Mr. Ralphman in Chicane is 12th, 0.8 behind Barcy. Garfield is 15th, 0.7 behind Mickey Wicky. Philip in Woodcote is 3rd, 0.7 behind Potato. Philip was 0.6 faster last lap. Mr. Ralphman is P12, 0.4 behind Barcy. Philip is P4, 0.3 behind Theraxo. Barcy from Romania in Levant is 12th, 0.4 behind Mr. Ralphman. Philip from Belgium in Fordwater is 4th, 0.6 behind Theraxo. Barcy in Woodcote is 12th, 0.5 behind Mr. Ralphman. Garfield in Lavant Strait is P15, 0.1 behind Mickey Wicky. Barcy is P12, 0.6 behind Mr. Ralphman. Mr. Ralphman was 1.2 faster last lap. Garfield is 15th, 0.4 behind Mickey Wicky. Garfield was 2.7 faster last lap. Nobody is ninth, 0.3 ahead of Halasek. Halasek in Levant Strait is 10th, 0.3 behind Nobody. Garfield is 15th, 1.3 behind Mickey Wiki. Potato in Levant Strait is second. Best lap is a 1:26.227, 0.558 off the fastest lap. The leader has just finished the race. Mickhalls finished P1. Potato finished P2. Lasses finished 13th. Garaxo finished P3. Mickey Wiki finished 14th. Philip finished 4th. Garfield finished P15. Biszkoptowiec finished 16th. Luby finished 17th. Pete finished 5th. Jazz Monkai finished P6. Hex finished 7th. 4R1TZ0GV finished 8th. Halasek finished 9th. Mr. Ralphman finished P10. Barcy finished P11. Nobody finished P12. #101 finished 18th.